Also known as Greg Dillman's dad, and an early shutoff for Dan Gary as he was exceptionally red. Simon says he's going to round 2. Comes Casey Fannensteel, Plainville, Kansas. 7:35 on the winder. Dustin Brenton dialed in 6:33 out of Rosedale, Indiana. Again, we've called all of round 2 to the lanes. All of May Race Cars round 2. Fannensteel. Fannensteel from, again, Kansas, folks. Got folks from all over. Right now, Casey looking pretty good. Trying to hold off Brenton, but no, too much finish line by a lot. Breaks out by 0.2 of a second. Win light for Dustin Brenton. Brody Danaway and Chase Green, your next pair. Brody in the Blazer, the Palmer paving ride. Yep, he is a, yeah, that's right. Brody is a, actually, she was doing Dunaway up against Chase Green from Shelbyville, Tennessee. 5 thou between Chase and Brody. A lot of work going down there. 3 thou margin of victory for Chase Green. Get the win over Brody Dunaway. 32-7 gets the W. Frank Valencia. 92 Firebird dialed in 613. Blake Scott dialed in 640. Scott, big time advantage at the start line, in charge and getting the W. Wes Lockhart. Wingo, Kentucky, the home base for Wes. Done a bunch of laps in this hot rod today, 6:07. Yep, Darrell Redeker. Clarksville, Indiana home base for Redeker, 6:49. And Redeker turns it red. Wes was red behind him, but Redeker was red first. Lockhart having a good day. He'll continue. Here comes Chris Nidage. Edwardsport, Indiana, the home base, dialed 754 in the Cutlass. Against Ronnie Lee's Monza, dialed in 685. Fourth out between Lee and Nidage. And win light will go to Ronnie Lee. 95 total gets the win light over Nidage. 10 thou margin of victory. Jesse Fritz was up here talking earlier to Jesse. Got the family Cobra Jet out. Been racing that this weekend. 687 on the winder. Coming up against Javen Androff. Javen out 609. May Race Carbs round 2. Dropped one earlier, did Javen. Would like to stay involved, as would Jesse. Fritz has got 5,000 in his pocket. Fritz is going to be your winner. Nice pass, 31 dead 4. Getting the win light over Javen Androff. Tough round for Javen. Hunter Davis, 537 dial in the Roadster. Against Dawson Avery. Alvey dialed in at a 610. Alvey and Davis. 5,000 between the two of them. And Hunter Davis with issues. Alvey will take the win light. Folks, good news. If you're done racing, but would like a little adult refreshment, folks, some free adult beverages are going to be set up on a table down by the concession stand. So, like to imbibe in those said alcoholic adult beverages, they going to be there. Head on down. Lucas Walker, Chad Isley, your next pair. Neither one of them want to get into that alky just yet. Lucas Walker, beautiful black 64.5 Mustang, 12 to a 7 against Isley in the S10. Finish line comes up. Win light will go to Lucas Walker. 7 dead, 5 is your winner. 12 and 15th over, no good for Isley. Dave Monday, 604 dialing to 657 for Ms. Rogers. And the win light will go to Dave Monday. Richard Duvall Jr., 623 dial in to Dan Smith, 630. Challenger getting ready to move up on the Honey Creek Collision side. St. Louis, Missouri, the home base for him, up against Chandler, Indiana's Richard Duvall Jr. And we have called all of round 2 to the staging lanes, all of round 2. If you have not yet run round 2, and you should, please get there. Smith has the starting line advantage, but can't get there in time. Richard Duvall Jr. will be your winner. 005 margin of victory for Duvall. 33, 26-2 on the 23. Greg Dillman and Jeff Hayes, your next pair. Hayes, 662 in his Mustang. Heron, Illinois, the home base on the Grizzly Inc. side of the racetrack. Honey Creek Collision side is Greg Dillman. 67 Chevy. Buddy Allen Neff and their respective families for years put on a no box nationals, which was probably the first big money bottom bulb race out there. 7-17 advantage. Dillman, win light. Double breakout win light for Hayes. 13th thou under for Dillman. Jeff Hayes was 8th thou under. Chris Walters, New Whiteland, Indiana. And Jose Diaz from Parma, Ohio. High gear only, high speed, twin turbo rocket ship, dialed in 567. Walters dialed in a 650. Six thou difference at the starting line. Diaz has the starting line advantage. Could not get, might let him go. Margin of victory, 0.03 of a second. Chris Walters, 26.50 with an 8 out of 50. Gets the win light. Adam Klein and Darren Pruitt Jr. Klein dialed in 671 to the 565 for Pruitt. And Klein in the boo has the advantage. Klein will be your winner. 10 dead, 4 lays down, 14 total. Pruitt, 41 dead, 5. Not going to get it done. Jack Kern coming up next. Precision Balancing Company, 80 Malibu down 672 to Nick Hastings, 618. This one should be Hastings. It will be Hastings, 619 with a 4 on the 618. 41 dead, 6. Not good enough for Jack Kern. He'll park that entry. Stephen Collier and Reed Ricketson. Collier out of Huber Heights, Ohio, 673 on his dial-in board. Going to have the 682 of Reed Ricketson in his sights. Ricketson, again, the time to spare. 74 Duster out of New York. This one goes to the New Yorker. 7th out wrong side for Collier. Win light for Reed Ricketson. On the red light for Collier. Now the Rusty Hill out of Decatur, Illinois. 678 dial in for Rusty. 665 for Cody Allenbaugh. And when light on the breakout, going to go to Cody. 666 with a 4 on the 665. Next up, Adam Phillips. 608 dial in for Phillips. Bruceville, Indiana, coming against Jim Chittick from Westville, Illinois, dialed in at a 653. Phillips got a couple hundo in the pocket. And he'll get the win. Like 611 beats the 655. 15th margin of victory, 46 and 35 over. Beats 67 and 19 over. Bill Lyons and Seth Lancaster. Seth out 669 in the S10. Gets the Nova Alliance out in 676 on the Honey Creek Collision side. Should be Seth. Will be Seth. Zach Combs against Zach Gosnell. Gosnell dialed in 534 to a 627 for the Animal and the old Starfire. We'll take our juniors to the staging lanes. Juniors, we'll take you to the lanes, please, at this time. Gosnell 004, dead for 8 total over Zach Combs. Juniors, we will take you back to the staging lanes for your round number, I think 4. We'll just take you for round number next, juniors. Round number next. That's what we say when we don't remember. Thank you, Jared Pennington, for that piece of wisdom. Juniors, need you for round number next. Josh Pickett dial 562. Going to be waiting on Jim Treats. 736 dial in on the Grizzly Inc. side. Pickett turned it red. Win light for Jim Treat. 33-37 with a 5 on the 736. Pickett bows out. 18 red, dead 3. Brad Talbert. Chevy Malibu wagon dialed in 770 to a 790 for Kyle Merlenbach. And Talbert will be your winner. Adam Price and Blake Webb, your next pair. Webb out of Newburgh, Indiana, dialed 678, 609 for Adam Price. Win light will go to Adam Price. Ron Hill and Jordan Wilhelm. Hill dialed in 691, Villa Grove, Illinois. And Wilhelm dialed in a 634. to 19, good side-by-side race. Wilhelm and Hill to the finish line. It's going to be Ron Hill, dead on with a 9, 22 total. Gets the win light. Wilhelm took 16, needed to take 3 or less. Kenny McKissick, 652 dial in for McKissick. Coming up against Michael Beer, dialed in a 676. McKissick with the starting line advantage. Beard got to make something happen, and he doesn't. He breaks out. McKissick, 19 and 10 thou over. Beard a little late on the let go. Breaks out by a thou, and finishes up for the weekend. Joe Barney and Ryan Butler, a couple guys pretty familiar with each other. Butler out of Hamilton, Ohio. Dialed in 640 to a 656 for Barney. Out of Springfield with Erica looking on. JB's Tire, Parsons Towing, who's your tire helping him out. Ryan Butler with Maven Performance. Short 1 thou difference between Butler and Barney. Great drag race there. Win light will go to Ryan Butler. Yeah, we do need our juniors back to the lanes. Juniors, we'll take you back to the lanes, please. Juniors, we will take you back to the lanes. Folks, there is beer left in the. There is beer in the trough. There is beer in the trough. Free beer, free beer. Get your rear over here. Is your winner. 646 is 0 on the 643. Larry Shufford and Chad Dotson. Dotson dialed in 559. To 669 for the Shavota. Dawson with the starting line advantage. Timmy Elliott, Little Phil Combs, 620 dial into a 618. And Timmy turns it red. Win light for Lil Phil Combs, folks. Shout out to the people at Edgewater that are watching on a watching Motor Mania TV, brought to you by Mosier Engineering. They are watching the 26th annual Bernie Mann Memorial No Delay Nationals, brought to you by Grizzly Inc. They are watching that on the side of a trailer projected out at Edgewater. Shout out to my Edgewater people. Thanks for the heads up there, Brian Hendrickson. As always, out there watching racing. You ain't racing, you're watching racing. Ricky Thomas, 578 dial-in, Dittmer, Missouri. Independence, Kentucky, dialed in East 620. Thomas and the Chevelle 009 and the win light for Thomas. Marty McKinney dialed in at a 6:33. McKinney got to be chasing after Josh Sutton Jr. down 11:35. Again, juniors, need you to the lanes, please. Juniors, need you to the lanes. Go to the Soul Man. Win light gonna go to McKinney. 19th margin at the finish line. McKinney 33 dead 8 takes out Josh Sutton Jr. for the weekend, who was 18 but 400s over. Andy Ennis, the 90 Mustang, dialed in a 6:38. Going to get chased by Harry Eversole's Poison Dart, dialed in 6:21. Ennis with the advantage at the starting line. Andy Ennis with the win light. And my SMP homeboy goes to the next round. Your final pair, Justin Larash, 6:38 dialing against James Robertson's 591. Justin turns at 7th out red, and he is not going to like that. Win light for Robinson.
Mays Powder Coating, conveniently located in Whiteland, Indiana, is open for all your sandblasting and powder coating needs. Mays offers in-house coating and blasting for commercial, industrial, residential, and even motorsports applications. The company's located just down the street from NHRA Pro Stock legend Bob Glidden's shop. Swing in and see Larry or James to get an estimate or message the company on Facebook for more information. If you have any more questions, please call 317-530-2111 or visit them online at mazepowdercoating.com. Maze Powder Coating for all your commercial, industrial, residential, and motorsports needs. Visit them online at mazepowdercoating.com or give them a call at 317-530-2111. You can also find them on Facebook. Law Chevrolet Buick in Boonville, Indiana is a family-owned sales and service center proudly serving the tri-state area for over 10 years. Racing has always been in their blood, and over the past few years, they've been blessed with the opportunity to serve hundreds of racers from all across the country. All of the crew at Law Chevrolet Buick would like to thank each and every racer for the opportunity to do business. Remember, if you buy a vehicle anywhere else, it's not the tires you'll be kicking.
Folks, your May race cars, best losing package in round number 2 going to Chad Isley. Thank you to May Race Carbs for the support. You have a certificate to pick up at the Red Shed. Come our juniors, Jaden Jones and Carson Weed. It's going to be the win light going to Carson Weed. Maddox Lockhart next up against Jace Willenborg. Maddox, I believe, the last of our 1190 cars. And at this time, we'll take round 3 doubles. Let's go. Round 3 doubles and foot brake. Round 3 doubles and foot brake. Let's go. Round 3 doubles and round 3 foot brake. Come on. So Maddox Lockhart, Wingo, Kentucky, Grizzly Ink Lane, Chase Willenborg. Gonna be doing the chasing. Chase is in a good place. Gotta play the finish lane game now. And the double breakout win light for Maddox Lockhart takes Maddox down to the semis. Now Mia Scales. And Delaney Watham. So Scales, Watham. And Mia Scales got a couple hundo in the pocket. And the win light will go to Mia Scales. Again, we've called doubles and foot brake. Round 3, doubles and foot brake. Again, our May race carbs. Best losing package in round 2, Chad Isley. Sorry about it, but hey, there you go. And your next pair, the buy run is Klein Simpson. Simpson throwing down a 001, so you knew.
Law Chevrolet Buick in Boonville, Indiana is a family-owned sales and service center proudly serving the tri-state area for over 10 years. Racing has always been in their blood, and over the past few years, they've been blessed with the opportunity to serve hundreds of racers from all across the country. All of the crew at Law Chevrolet Buick would like to thank each and every racer for the opportunity to do business. Remember, if you buy a vehicle anywhere else, it's not the tires you'll be kicking. May's Powder Coating, conveniently located in Whiteland, Indiana, is open for all your sandblasting and powder coating needs. May's offers in-house coating and blasting for commercial, industrial, residential, and even motorsports applications. The company's located just down the street from NHRA Pro Stock legend Bob Glidden's shop. Swing in and see Larry or James to get an estimate or message the company on Facebook for more information. If you have any more questions, please call 317-530-2111 or visit them online at mayspowdercoating.com. May's Powder Coating for all your commercial, industrial, residential, and motorsports needs. Visit them online at mayspowdercoating.com or give them a call at 317-530-2111. You can also find them on Facebook.
We'll take all of round 3. All around 3. Need you there. Need you now, please. All around 3. Bob Welsh, what's up, my brother? Wow.
country, but the money comes from Sweden. I meet them, then I leave them. I wake up, fight my demons. I never grew my circle, I can trust you with my freedom. Give me locked down, keep you locked out. Only when it's here, you look pop now. I get drops now, on the top now. In the wintertime, still go top down. I get free. I don't go bust and I go plain Jane, watch me ski. Yeah, I see you now, I could tell you watching me. I go ghost, but tell me I'm more like Grizzly. Rockstar, baby, turn pop star. I don't miss, I don't play nothing, I don't diss, I don't say nothing.
Again, we have called everybody. Round 3, everybody. Let's go, racers. Round 3, everybody. Get them in the lanes. Nathan Jones sitting on the potential bye. Charlie Lockhart and Adam Phillips start things out in what we like to refer to as Wild Willie Fuel Fragrance round number 3. Best losing package this round will get some Wild Willie Fuel Fragrance. Get a master pack. You don't want to be there, but if you're not going to win, you might as well do it with class. Charlie Lockhart, Adam Phillips, your win light will go to Charlie 008, 607 to 9 to 608. 38 dead, 3 for Adam Phillips, no good. Adam Price and Lucas Walker. Price turns it red. Walker will be your winner. Clicking it off early. Reed Ricketson from New York coming up next in the 74 Duster. $683 down to $661 for Jeff Hayes. Big time start line advantage for Ricketson in the Mopar. Rip, win light. 001 margin at the finish line, that's okay. Hayes had to break out to be that close. Ricketson is your winner. Cody Allenbaugh and Nick Hastings, your next pair. Hastings down 618 out of Shelby, Ohio. Terre Haute, Indiana, the homeboy, Cody Allenbaugh. Again, Bob Welsh, my buddy Bob. Bob, drinking White Claws, watching drag racing. Allenbaugh. 005 wrong side. Hastings 23. A little late for him. He's been right in the teen area all day long. Going to get the win. Light shuts it off early. Troy Mann and Seth Lancaster, your next pair. Seth dialed in 669. 658 for Troy. Bringing out the 65 Coronet. The Mann family, all about the military, all about Mopars. Oof. Well, should be Seth. Will be Seth, as Troy was a little late letting go. But he was our DD214 winner, so congratulations for that. Seth Lancaster, however, going to round 4. Ron Hill and Austin Romine, your next pair. Hill dialed in 691. The Romine Carb, 75 Dodge Dart Swinger. 659 for Austin Romine, the 65 Petalite. Plymouth Satellite. I just try to say Plymouth and Satellite together. Getting a little tired, kids. So I believe, if I'm reading things right, the car builder just took out the customer. It's never great. Romine, 657 with the 3 on the 59. Hill bows out. Next pair, Adam Klein. The Boo Wagon. Jake's Muffler and Brakes sponsored ride, 671 against Lil Phil Combs. Combs boys out of Demossville, Kentucky, dialed 618. $3,000 between Adam and Phil. Both cars through some nice exhaust system. 004 margin of victory for Lil Phil. 46 dead 0 beats the 49 dead 1 of Adam Klein. Now Blake Scott and Mike McKinney coming up next. Scott dialed 637. Mike McKinney dialed 635. Easy on that hard stuff there, Bob. 9,000 early for McKinney. Blake Scott will be your winner. Chad Isley coming up next. Isley dialed 643. To 640 again. We have called everybody for round 3. If you have not yet run round 3, and you should, we need you there. All of round 3's been called. Ryan Butler out in front of Chad Isley, getting the win light. Butler 642 on the 640. Chase Green coming up next. Chase dialed in a 640. $534 for Zach Gosnell. He was 8 total last round. See what he's got for us this time through. light will go to Chase Green. Double break, to Zach Gosnell over Chase Green. Double breakout, 8th out under for Gosnell. Chase Green, 17th out under, so Gosnell moves on over Chase Green. Wes Lockhart, 607 dial in. Mayfield, Kentucky, up against Portland, Tennessee's Timmy Elliott. Pair Camaro's going, the Firebird versus Camaro. Double weight wrong side for Timmy, going to end his weekend. Wes Lockhart, 606 with the 1 on the 607. He has been having himself a day. Joe Barney and Mike Smith, your next pair. Mike out of Linton, Indiana. 79 Monty dialed in 666 to Joe's Barney 656 in the S10 on the Honey Creek Collision side. Wild Willie Fuel Fragrance, round number 3 coming at you. Advantage, Barney. Win light, Joe Barney, 6:57 of the day on the 56 as Mike Smith was late. Dead 9, but late. Now Joe Robertson. The bum steer back up once again, 608, the bottom ball buster out of Springfield, Indiana. Coming up against Dustin Brenton, Rosedale, Indiana. Coming up in the Nova. Advantage, Dustin got 22 thou in the pocket. But the win light will go to Robertson, gets the W as Brenton took 3 thou too many at the finish line. Took 36, needed it to be 33 or less. It wasn't. Justin Larash, 636 dial-in for Justin and the Falcon. Going to be chasing Jim Treats, 736 dial-in. And Loresh going to be your winner. The 32 light gets it done. Now Josh Pickett and Richard Duvall Jr. Duvall dialed in 623, the 67 Chevy twice. Against Pickett's Roadster dialed 564. And Duvall turns it red, and he is not going to be happy. Win light for Pickett, 561 on the 64. As Pickett was a tad late. Marty McKinney and Ronnie Lee, your next pair. Ronnie in the Monza. 685 will be leaving first out of Kansas, Illinois. Marty McKinney, 632. In the Firebird. Ronnie Lee pushed through the beams. McKinney will take the win light. You can see that thing just start to push forward, unfortunately. Next up, Charlie Lockhart out of Mayfield, Kentucky, against Chad Dotson, dialed in at a 5:59. Comes Dawson, 8th hour advantage over Lockhart. Finish line gets the win light over Lockhart. 22 and 10th hour over, 32 total. Lockhart was 30 at the hit and could not close up. Dean Willenborg, 68 dart dial in, 645. Against Trey Sharp's wagon down 620. Willenborg just a touch late. That is going to be Trey Sharp. Should be wide open and getting the win, and he is. Darren Pruitt Jr. and Greg Nichols, big time advantage for the Cincinnati native, and he is your winner. 68 with a 5 on the 565 and a 13 light. Next up, Kenny McKissick. Muncie, Indiana, the home base, and the 94S 10 out 652 against the 650 for Chris Walters out of New Whiteland, Indiana. Double on the wrong side for McKissick. Walters will be your winner. 50 with a 6 on the 650 and a 13 light, 19 total. Austin Alvey. Alvey dialed in 612 to the 686 for Jesse Fritz. And the win light for Fritz, 004, shuts it off early. Absolutely. Final call for round 3. Final call for round 3, please. Blake Cooper and Cody Allenbaugh, your next pair. Little thumper dialed in 780 in the Buick Century wagon against Allenbaugh 666. We'll take our juniors back to the lanes, please. There's Forians. Juniors, we'll take you back to the lanes, please, at this time. Juniors, need you to the lanes, please. Allenbaugh's got should have it in hand, and he will. Gets the win over Blake Cooper. Again, juniors, need you back to the lanes, please. Larry Shepard, Andy Innes. The Chavoda trying to stay ahead of that Mustang. Stays a little too far ahead. 3,000 quick, took 25, need to take 22 or less. Andy Innes moving around 4. And those of you watching on Motor Mania TV, brought to you by Mosier Engineering, good evening. It's kind of late, depending where you're at. Could be good morning. Could be the next day. Yeah, it could be early evening if you're on the West Coast. All I know is we racing. This is the Mays Powder Coating and Sandblasting final main event here at the Grizzly Inc. Burning Man Memorial. No delay nationals. Getting down near the end of round number 3, brought to you by Wild Willie Fuel Fragrance. Aaron Richards in the Fairmont, 770 dial in, 588 for James Robinson. Robinson turns it red. A win light for Richards, 768 with a 9 on the 770 for the Fomoco Loco. Adam Phillips coming up next against Jose Diaz. Adam down in 608. Bruceville, Indiana, the home base. Diaz down 567 out of Parma, Ohio. Advantage, Jose. The win light will go to Phillips. Jose gives it back by 11th thou, and Adam Phillips moves on. Reed Ricketson and Brad Talbert. Talbert tinting and graphics. Ricketson big time start line advantage and the win light. Closed it up to 1 thou at the finish line for fun. And gets the win light. 74 dead 2 won't get it done in the other lane. Dave Monday, 6:02 on the 67 Dart. Coming against Seth Lancaster's pickup truck dialed 667. Our junior semis coming out next after we finish this round, as the win light will go to Seth Lancaster over Dave Monday. Hey, Bill Lyons, we need you back to the red shed, please. Bill Lyons, need you back to the red shed, please. Bill Lyons, back to the red shed. Please and thank you, Bill Lyons. Again, Bill Lyons, we need you back to the red shed. Adam Price and Rusty Hill, advantage. This battle of Mopars to Rusty, and he'll be your winner. 31 and 19th thou over, moves on. 7th thou margin at the finish line. Price broke out, was still behind. Derek Simon and Andy Romine. Simon out of Continental, Ohio. Schwitz Performance, sponsored Camaro. Against the S10 of Romine, dial in 634. Derek Simon, big time advantage for Simon. He'll be your winner. 14 dead, 7 getting the win light, taking everything and moving on. Next up, Ricky Thomas. 579 dialing for the Chevelle, getting ready to chase after Nick Hastings. Hastings in and set. Here comes Ricky. Both going off the foot. Hastings trying to hold off Thomas. Gets the job done. 618 with a 9 on the 616 for Hastings. Over Ricky Thomas. Now you got Lucas Walker and Ron Hill. Hill dialed in 691. 595 for Lucas. Lucas gets beat, lets him back around him by 3 thou. Ron Hill will be your winner. 36 dead, 4. Wes Lockhart, Lil Phil Combs. West out in 607 from Wingo, Kentucky. Combs out of DeMossville dialed 618. Advantage Lil Phil over Wes Lockhart. Wes has had a good weekend, but it ends there. Unfortunately, win for Lil Phil. So Andy Ennis and Ryan Butler about to pull out, be the last pair. Then we got our bye, and that will complete Wild Willie Fuel Scent round 3. Andy Ennis dialed in 638 out of New London, Ohio. $640 for Ryan Butler. $7 to a 19. Ennis, Butler, great side-by-side race, and it's going to be Ryan Butler getting the win light over Andy Ennis. Taking Andy down to 1. Butler, 007, 15th thou over, gets the win light. Nathan Jones, your bye. And that will conclude Wild Willie Fuel Fragrance round 3. Hey, Wes Lockhart, you did not win that round, but you did win courtesy of Wild Willie Fuel Fragrance. Hey, Wild Willie Fuel Fragrance Master Pack.
Maze Powder Coating, conveniently located in Whiteland, Indiana, is open for all your sandblasting and powder coating needs. Maze offers in-house coating and blasting for commercial, industrial, residential, and even motorsports applications. The company is located just down the street from NHRA Pro Stock legend Bob Glidden's shop. Swing in and see Larry or James to get an estimate or message the company on Facebook for more information. If you have any more questions, please call 317-530-2111 or visit them online at mazepowdercoating.com. Maze Powder Coating for all your commercial, industrial, residential, and motorsports needs. Visit them online at mazepowdercoating.com or give them a call at 317-530-2111. You can also find them on Facebook. Law Chevrolet Buick in Boonville, Indiana is a family-owned sales and service center proudly serving the tri-state area for over 10 years. Racing has always been in their blood, and over the past few years, they've been blessed with the opportunity to serve hundreds of racers from all across the country. All of the crew at Law Chevrolet Buick would like to thank each and every racer for the opportunity to do business. Remember, if you buy a vehicle anywhere else, it's not the tires you'll be kicking.
We will take our doubles back to lanes, please. Doubles will take you back to the lanes, please. Doubles.
I'm on go, I don't stay long. I've been up now, that's a case wine. I've been down too, like this day strong. I got summer toys for the summer boy. I keep drummer boys in the summer boy. I keep making noise, I've been paranoid. This is God body, you can never void. I don't miss, I don't play none. I don't diss, I don't say none. I go switch, that's an A1.
Skin racers, we do need our doubles back to the lanes. Doubles need you back to the lanes immediately so we can call the rest of you. Doubles need you, please, and thank you. Again, we need our doubles immediately. Doubles need you there, need you now. I need Nick Hastings, Seth Lancaster, and Reed Ricketson need you there, need you now, racers. Everybody else is on an extremely short standby right now. We got Klein Simpson and Mia Scales. Again, Nick Hastings needs you there, needs you now. Nick Hastings needs you to the lanes, please, so we can call the rest up. Again, everybody else is on short standby. And wow, look at that. Missed it completely. Klein Simpson trip zip, getting the win light over Mia Skip. Now we got Maddox Lockhart and Carson Weed. Maddox. Maddox Lockhart trying to stay ahead of Carson Weed. Can't do it. And Carson Weed is in the final.
Really been going back to back to back to back to back to back to back. Like the neighborhood warriors.
I don't miss, I don't play none, I don't diss, I don't say none. I go swish, that's an A1. I stay with no A1. Tell the chef, I said thanks. Tell I'm in the bank. Tell my mom I'm living good. Tell my kids don't stress a thing. I go back to back on the drops, drop a lot, and she pack the bags. She shot till we drop. I just wake up, I don't say none. I'm on go, I don't stay long. I've been up now, that's a case wine. I've been down too, like this day strong. I got summer toys for the summer boy. I keep drummer boys in the summer boy. I keep making noise, I've been paranoid. This is God body, you can never void. I don't miss, I don't play none, I don't diss, I don't say none. I go swish, that's an A1. I stay with no A1. Tell the chef, I said thanks. Tell I'm in the bank. Tell my mom I'm living good. Tell my kids don't stress a thing. I go back to back on the drops, drop a lot, and she pack the bags. She shot till we drop. These beats are up and beat 'em. These bags you can't believe 'em. I never saw the country, but the money comes from Sweden. I meet 'em, then I leave 'em. I wake up, fight my demons. I never grew my circle. I can't trust you with my freedom. Give me locked down, keep you locked out. Only when it's here. You look
Once again, we will take
drops now on the top now.
the rest of round 4 to the staging lanes, folks. At this point on, if you're in, win or lose, congratulations. You got money coming to you.
Watching me, I go ghost, but tell me I'm more like Grizzly. Rockstar, baby, turn pop star. I don't miss, I don't play none, I don't diss, I don't say none. I go swish, that's an A1. I stay with no A1. Tell the chef, I said thanks. Tell I'm in the bank. Tell my mom I'm living good. Tell my kids don't stress a thing. I go back to back on the drops, drop a lot, and she pack the bags. She shot till we drop.
Champs Performance round 4 getting ready to come at you. Reed Ryan Butler, your first pair. Butler dialed in at a 640 to a 684 for Rickson, who's in twice still. Eight to a 17. And the win light gonna go to Butler. 17 dead, 3, 20 total, gets the win light. Ricketson gets beat. Charlie Lockhart and Lil Phil Combs. Charlie dialed in at a 606 to a 618 for Phil. Seventh out, couple of quick wheel standing S10s. Off the foot, both sides, and it's going to be Charlie Lockhart getting the win light over Phil. Next up, Austin Romine and Seth Lancaster. Lancaster down 669 to the 658 for Romine. Lancaster in the S10. Guys are really tightening it up at this point. Lancaster and Romine. A satellite in the S10. Oof. Should be Seth. Staying double. Yep, Seth Lancaster. Getting the win light there. Coming back around for another one. Next pair, Justin Lorash. Waldron, Indiana. For Justin, down 635 to 617 for Nick Hastings. Hastings down up out of Shelby, Ohio in the T1000 Pontiac. Four pow between them. Lorash and Hastings to the finish line they go. Win light will go to Justin Lorash. Getting the win light on the double breakout. 3 thou under to 14 thou under. Next up, Scott Joe in the S10. Up against Blake here on the Grizzly Inc. side of the race. Joe Barney moving to the next round. Next up, Adam Phillips and Joe Robertson. The bum steered out in 608. Heads up with Adam Phillips in the Mustang. Josh, the door's open now. Make a fat guy run the stairs. Luckily, the hospital's close. And the red eye for Phillips. Robertson going to keep on trucking. Dead 5. And a 16 light. Next up, Cody Allenbaugh and Ron Hill. Terre Haute, Indiana, the home base for Allenbaugh. Been having a pretty good weekend out in all sixes against Ron Hill, 691. Need our junior finals back to the lanes, please. Junior finals. Ron Hill goes James Bond, gets the W over Cody Allenbaugh. Chris Walters, Lucas Walker. Walters in the Regal dialed 650. Walker in the Mustang dialed 595. Oh, 001 to 006. Walters and Walker. It's going to be the win light to Chris Walters. He is your winner over Lucas Walker. 20 thou. He is 1 and 10 thou over. Marty McKinney and Chad Dotson. As we go through Champs Performance Round 4. Dotson dialed in at a 559, 632. And it's a red light for McKinney. It's a win. 41 dead 4 for Chad. Darren Pruitt Jr., 565 dial-in up against Zach Gosno, dialed 533. A couple of quick rides on the starting line. Ron Pruitt Jr., your winner. 30 dead 0. Trey Scharf, 620 dial in for Scharf, going to be chased by Nathan Jones in the S10. Scharf with a big starting line advantage. Will be Trey Scharf. 21 with an 8 on the 20. Nathan Jones broke out, was still behind by a bunch. Rusty Hill and Josh Pickett. 677 dial for Rusty. 70 road runner gets the 563 for Pickett. Again, we need our junior final. If you're not there already, please get there. $3,000 difference between Pickett and Hill. Great drag race down there. It's going to be the win for Rusty Hill. Gets it done. Margin of victory, 0.02 of a second, 27. 15th thou over. Beats the 24 and a little bit more over. Reed Ricketson and Wes Lockhart. Reed. And Lockhart. Lockhart's got him locked up. Win light will go to Wes Lockhart. And he is having a weekend. Aaron Richards and Derek Simon. Tell you what, couple of kind of streetable hot rods here. Definitely running through exhaust. Definitely a different sound coming out of both of them. And Aaron Richards on a Creek Collision side in the Fairmont, dialed in 770, 746 for Derek Simon in the Camaro. Derek Simon in charge. And Derek Simon getting the win light over Aaron Richards. 747 on the 46 and 11 light. Richards was late then early. Ryan Butler still doubled. Andy Innes, like they said in Saturday Night Fever, is just trying to staying alive. And I've known Andy for a while. I could see him in a John Travolta suit. Not that it'd be great, but I could see him in one. Ryan Butler dialed in 640 to a 639 for Andy. Advantage Butler. But the win light for Innes, and Butler loses one. Andy Innes stays down to 17 cars. Makes a little magic happen at the finish line. Butler broke out by a thou. Little Phil Combs lost his first one. Doesn't really want to lose his second one. He's up against Seth Lancaster, dialed in at a 672. He has still doubled. And right now, currently, I do believe the last man holding on to two. Well, folks, Seth Lancaster going to keep two. It's Little Phil, 12th thou early. Seth Lancaster turned it 8 to the good and shut it off early. Nick Hastings and Jesse Fritz. Hastings down 617. Shelby, Ohio, the home base, is 684 for Jesse Fritz. The Cobra Jet Mustang up against the T1000. Nick cuts him in half at the start line. Hastings gets the win light on the breakout for Jesse Fritz. And we'll be down to 17 entries. The golf carts that are in the short chute absolutely need to be moved, please.
Really been going back to back to back to back to back to back to back. Like the neighborhood warriors.
I don't miss, I don't play none, I don't diss, I don't say none. I go swish, that's an A1. I eat steak with no A1. Tell the chef, I said thanks. Tell I'm in the bank. Tell my mom I'm living good. Tell my kids don't stress a thing. I go back to back on the drops, drop a lot, and she pack the bags. She shot till we drop. I just wake up, I don't say none. I'm on go, I don't stay long. I've been up now, that's a case one. I've been down too, like this day strong. I got summer toys for the summer boy. I keep drummer boys in the summer boy. I keep making noise, I've been paranoid. This is God body, you can never void. I don't miss, I don't play none. I don't diss, I don't say none. I go swish, that's an A1. I eat steak with no A1. Tell the chef, I said thank.
Hey, can we have the following folks heading towards the winner's circle? What we're going to do is we're going to run our junior final. We're going to run our round of 17, and then we're going to do winner's circle as we get the ladder set up and everything for our round of 9. So if we can get our winner in, we get Josh Green, Austin Toole, our junior winner from earlier, DD214, Troy. We can get you, vehicles, people, get our winners to the winner's circle. And again, our runner-up, also Austin Toole from our Burning Man main event, the Grizzly Inc. main event earlier. As soon as we run this round of 17, So here comes your final. Our juniors knocking them in. Law Chevrolet final. Klein Simpson, Carson Weed, Klein Simpson. 444 Custom Apparel, Haley James Racing, Keeper Simpson Designs, Bullpen Construction, trying to get Carson Weed. Double breakout win for Klein Simpson. Your winner, 25 14 thou under, beats the 50 and 30 thou under.
Law Chevrolet Buick in Boonville, Indiana is a family-owned sales and service center proudly serving the tri-state area for over 10 years. Racing has always been in their blood, and over the past few years, they've been blessed with the opportunity to serve hundreds of racers from all across the country. All of the crew at Law Chevrolet Buick would like to thank each and every racer for the opportunity to do business. Remember, if you buy a vehicle anywhere else, it's not the tires you'll be kicking.
Really been going back to back to back to back to back to back to back. Like the neighborhood warriors.
I don't miss, I don't play none, I don't diss, I don't say none. I go swish, that's an A1. I stay with no A1. Tell the chef, I said thanks. Tell I'm in the bank. Tell my mom I'm living good. Tell my kids don't stress a thing. I go back to back on the drops, drop a lot, and she pack.
Hey, let's go. Round number 5. Need you there. And again, Seth, you should be up front.
I'm on go, go.
Round number 5. Need you here. Need you now. Round 5. Let's go, racers.
I've been down to
We are in
stay strong.
a hurry.
Summer toys for the summer boy. I keep drummer boys in the summer boy. I keep making noise. I've been paranoid. This is God body.
Round 5. Need you here. Need you now. Seth, make sure you get yourself up front. If you're still in, we need you here at this time. Got to go.
That's an A1. I stay with no A1. Tell the chef, I said thanks. Tell I'm in the bank. Tell my mom I'm living good. Tell my kids don't stress a thing. I go back to back on the drops, drop a lot, and she pack the bags. She shot till we drop. These beats are up and beat 'em. These bags you can't believe 'em. I never saw the country, but the money comes from Sweden. I meet 'em, then I leave 'em. I wake up, fight my demons. I never grew my circle. I can trust you with my freedom. Give me locked down, keep you locked out. Only when it's here, you look pop now. I get drops now, on the top now. In the wintertime, still go top down. I get free. I don't go bust and I go play J, watch me ski. Yeah, I see you now, I could tell you watching me. I go ghost, but tell me I'm more like Grizzly. Rockstar, baby.
Your potential buy for this run is going to be 308XX Chris Walters. 308XX Chris Walters. You are sitting on the potential buy.